Once upon a time, a little boy decided to prank his village by scaring them from a wolf. He shouted loudly, "Wolf! Wolf!" But as there was no wolf, the villagers became mad at the boy. Meanwhile, the boy was still laughing at them. He ran away towards the hills and sat there down near his sheeps. Suddenly, the boy spotted a big black wolf behind him and cried for help. When no one came, he ran on his top speed and irresponsibly left his sheep behind him, and the wolf ate them. The boy was now sorry for what he had done and promised himself to never ever lie again.
Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter. He lived in a small village and earned his living by cutting wood from the forest. One day, while cutting a tree near a river, his axe slipped from his hands and fell into the water. The river was deep and he couldn't get it back. He sat down and cried. Suddenly, a fairy appeared. She asked, "Why are you crying?" The woodcutter said, "My only axe fell into the river. I can't work without it." The fairy dived into the river and brought out a golden axe. "Is this yours?" she asked. "No," said the woodcutter. She went back and brought out a silver axe. "Is this yours?" she asked. "No," the woodcutter said again. Finally, she brought out the iron axe that he had lost. "Yes, that one is mine," the woodcutter said happily. The fairy was pleased with his honesty. She gave him all three axes: the iron, the silver, and the golden one. Moral: honesty is always rewarded.
A little boy was working in the fields with his father. It was noon, and the sun was shining brightly. The boy felt very thirsty and went to the water pot to drink. As he reached the pot, he noticed a crow trying to drink water from the edge. But because the water was too low, its beak couldn't reach it. The crow kept trying again and again, but failed. Seeing this, the boy felt sad. He quickly went home, filled a small container with water, and placed it in front of the crow. Crow drank the water happily, flew in circles around the boy as if saying thank you, and then flew away. A few months later, a beautiful and bountiful crop grew in the field. The boy and his father were very happy. Some people, out of jealousy, could not tolerate. One day, when the field was empty, they came to ruin the crop. At that moment, the same grateful crow was sitting in a tree, watching everything. It called all its fellow crows loudly. The crows swooped down and chased the intruders away. Thus, the boy and his father's beautiful crop was saved. At the end, the boy looked up at the sky and said, "Kindness always comes back."
The Bear and Two Friends. Once there were two friends who were crossing the jungle. After some time they saw a bear coming towards them. Then, one of the friends quickly climbed the nearby tree and the other one did not know how to climb the tree. So he lays down on the ground, holding his breath. The bear reaches near him and sniffs him in the ear. After some time, Bear left the place, thinking the man is dead. Now the other friend climbs down and asked his friend, what did Bear said to him in his ear? He replied, to be safe from the fake friends.
The moral of this story is, beware of fake friends.
What happens when a fox decides to outwit a crow? Is it a cunning plan or a story of deception? Tune in to find out how flattery can be your worst enemy. One bright morning, a hungry fox was strolling through the woods, hoping to find something tasty to eat. As he walked along, he saw a crow sitting high up in a tree, holding a piece of delicious cheese in her beak. The fox's stomach rumbled as he spotted the cheese. That looks perfect for breakfast, he thought to himself. But then, he wondered, how can I get that cheese? The fox thought for a moment, and then an idea popped into his head. I'll make her talk. So, the fox sat at the base of the tree, looked up at the crow, and said, "Good morning, Miss Crow. What a beautiful day it is." The crow just glanced down at him, but said nothing. "I said good morning," the fox said, leaning his head up. "Did you hear me? Maybe you can't hear me from way up there?" The crow, holding the cheese tightly, kept quiet. The fox thought, this is harder than I thought. but I'm not giving up." So, he gave the crow a big, charming smile. "You know," said the fox, "you're the most beautiful bird I've ever seen. Your feathers shine like gold, your eyes are so clever, and your beak, well, it's wonderfully pointy. You're perfect in every way." The crow was still quiet, but the fox, undeterred, added, "Tell me, Miss Crow, is your voice as beautiful as your looks? I've heard you have the most enchanting voice. Please sing just one song for me, and I'll tell everyone you're the queen of all birds." The crow, feeling flattered and excited, forgot all about the cheese. She wanted to show off her amazing voice. With a proud smile, she opened her beak to sing her best song for the fox. But, oh no. The cheese fell out of her beak and plopped right into the fox's mouth. In a flash, he swallowed it up. Thanks for the delicious breakfast, Miss Crow," the fox said, grinning. "Have a wonderful day." Moral of the story: be careful of flatterers. They often want something from you. If you enjoyed this fun story, don't forget to hit that like button. And for more entertaining tales like this one.
Hey there, little adventurers. Are you ready for a magical journey? Imagine a forest filled with sparkly trees, mysterious sounds, and animals as amazing as the ones in your wildest dreams. Today, we're going to meet a proud stag who thinks he's the king of the forest. But wait, something surprising is about to happen. Come along with us and let's find out what happens next in this thrilling adventure. Ready? Let's go. In the heart of a wondrous, enchanted forest, a confident stag roamed, happy and free. One day, while enjoying a sip from the sparkling pond, he noticed something amazing. What could it be? A sight so magnificent, it made his heart leap with excitement. As the stag looked into the water, he gasped with amazement at his antlers. "I'm the king of the forest," he thought with a grin. "Just look at how shiny and grand my antlers are. The whole forest must be staring at me in awe." He felt so proud, so very proud. But wait, what was this? His eyes dropped to his legs and his smile faded. "Why are my legs so thin and wobbly?" he sighed, disappointed. "They should be as strong as my antlers." What he didn't know, though, was that his legs had a secret strength he hadn't discovered yet. Out of nowhere, the peaceful forest was shattered by loud, growling barks. A pack of wild hounds charged through the trees, their sharp teeth bared. The stag's heart pounded as he raced off, leaping over branches and rocks as fast as he could. His thin legs were carrying him away at lightning speed. But oh no, disaster struck. The stag's massive antlers got caught in a thick, thorny bush. He struggled and pulled, but the sharp thorns wouldn't let him go. His beautiful antlers, once his pride, had now trapped him in the very thing he loved the most. The hounds closed in, their hungry eyes gleaming. The proud stag met his fate, not because of his speed or his legs, but because of the very thing he cherished most, his magnificent antlers. His beautiful antlers had led him to his downfall. And so, the stag learned too late that judging himself by appearances wasn't wise. What he admired most on the outside wasn't always his true strength. Sometimes what seems weak or unimportant can be the thing that saves us when we need it the most. Moral: don't judge your worth by appearances. True strength lies where you least expect it. Thank you for watching, young